Joining us now from Chennai, Shravan and Sanjay Kumaran. They're called India's youngest CEOs. Thanks for coming on the show. And you seem to have come straight from school. Also joining us from Mumbai, Nirav Sanghvi, President of Mensa India. Nirav Sanghvi, just coming to you, perceptively, by perception, all of us have what we call, who describe people as intelligent and not so intelligent. But tell us more about these specific tests.
Essentially, the tests are, culture free, or they are not based on learning from schools or colleges or syllabi. They are basically tests that are non-verbal. They don't use any particular language. For a multicultural country like India, it's very necessary to use such tests.
Sanjay, just coming to you now, we did a story with both of you, I think possibly in July or June last year. That time, the apps that you had programmed and designed were already downloaded 10,000 times in 30 countries. What's it like now?
Now we have over 25,000 downloads in over 45 different countries.
And tell us how you actually started this.
And we also have a...
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we also have about 5 apps now on the App Store.
Wow. Last time we spoke to you again, if I can talk to Shravan now. Shravan, you had said that your dream was to get an app up which would help children who had missed their classes or were not in class. Have you managed that yet?
No, we're just thinking on how we are going to exactly do that right now. But now we're focused more on developing games and apps for the iPhone.
Well, that's perfect, considering the ages you are at. Nirav Sanghvi, again, coming to you about these intelligent quotient tests. How do they transform in terms of real life? If a person is performing exceptionally on those tests, are they really, as we put it, more intelligent than people like Albert Einstein? We do know, of course, that Albert Einstein failed in his maths class.
The correlation is high, but it's not absolute. In the recent times, apart from IQ, you have been hearing about EQ a lot. But what you cannot take away is that when one scores very high on an IQ test, it's definitely some innate talent is already there, and how it is to be groomed and how it is to be translated into intrapersonal and interpersonal results, and then of course translating into other parameters, that really will be the the real intellect of the person, apart from having the innate skills.
Right. There are two people who are converting those innate skills, it seems, or have honed them, Shravan and Sanjay. Shravan, you first, and then Sanjay, you answer this question. How did you get into this? Apparently Bill Gates and Steve Jobs are your icons.
Yes, Bill Gates and Steve Jobs are our inspiration. So Bill Gates, in his marketing strategies, the way he sells his product in just a few seconds, and Steve Jobs in his UI and UX. The Macintosh, if you have seen, it's so good in UI from tip to top. It's awesome, and I just feel like using it. It's more like that. But we were very interested in computers since very young age. So then we were also curious on what exactly what are the different things we can do in computers. So then we started to, we got a new desktop, and then we started to use Paint, QBasic, and we also did many other stuff. And then we started with Java, and then we got a new MacBook Pro. So then we started to develop for the Android, and then later for the iOS.
Right, and your little brother there, you're talking about games, etc. Tell us a little bit more about the games you're developing.
So we actually don't exactly, we develop also games, but we also develop other categories too. So the main category which we develop on is games, but we also develop for the education and convenience. So our apps are, the first app which we developed was a game, and its name is called Catch Me Cop. So this app has been downloaded in over 42 countries, and so this was one of our first apps which we had released on the App Store. So this app had got about 500 downloads on the first day. And so this app is mainly about you're the notorious con who has escaped from the prison, and there's a nationwide hunt for you. So there are about 3 levels, and in each level there's a cop that tries to chase you. So if you get caught by the cop, you lose, and as you keep escaping, you get more coins. So if you get 3 coins, you go to the next level.
Okay. Just coming to you.
This is our first app, and then our second app.
Yeah. Go on, go on.
Yeah, second app is called Alphabet Board. So this app is for learning alphabets. So this app, my mom actually gave us the idea, and she said, instead of developing only games, why not you develop for the educational category too? So this app is like without the parents' help, the child can go and learn their alphabets.
Great.
So this actually came to big use, and this got 5 out of 5 on the Apple App Store.
Wow, 5 out of 5 on the Apple App Store. Quick word,
So as you were telling?
last word from Nirav Sanghvi. Nirav Sanghvi, what would you do for the other 98 percentile of the population, which includes people like me? You give us a inferiority complex.
No, not really. In fact, Mensa has been accused of being extremely elitist, but what I can say is it's extremely democratic. It comes from the Latin word for round table, which means everyone is equal. And essentially, it's, every society has its criteria. Mensa has the top 2% of the general population on the basis of score on an IQ test.
Right.
So I would definitely refute that.
You would refute that, but you still give me an inferiority complex, especially 10 and 14-year-old Shravan and Sanjay Kumar. May you go from strength to strength and employ all those marketing skills that you want from Steve Jobs to learn on that app that chasing cops or running away from cops. Thanks again, Sanjay and Shravan, as well as Nirav Sanghvi from Mumbai. That's it on the show tonight. Good night.